It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, Jesup City Commissioners met Tuesday for their last regular meeting of the year 2023, and they recognized the 3 commissioners that attended their last meeting. We'll hear from 2 of those commissioners in a few minutes, but first, the other items from the meeting. They recognized officers of the year from the Jesup Police Department, the Jesup Fire Department, and their Volunteer Fire Department Officer of the Year. The Police Officer of the Year is Sergeant Ryan Harrison. He's worked 8 years in law enforcement. The Fireman of the Year is Randy Mobley, and the Volunteer Firefighter of the Year is Brandon McDaniel. All presented a plaque of appreciation Tuesday night at the meeting. Still no decision on the CD interest rate for the ladder truck. Tabled again, seeking more information. They approved a 3rd change order with the Cracker Williams pool. This to improve the light post support. Under public participation, Felicia Williams, on hand addressing the board, asked that the city help with the Deborah Circle Park. She says it needs more lighting and more equipment. Commissioners thanked her for coming to the meeting and bringing it to their attention. They said they have several parks in the city that they need to add a little love to. Commissioner Joe Roddy suggested when they start budget talks in January that they put a line item in the budget for park improvements. Stanley Todd suggested to Ms. Williams that she continue to follow up with the commissioners to make certain they don't drop the ball on the project. Once again, 3 commissioners attending their last meeting. Shirley Armstrong served District 1 for the past 8 years. WIFO talked with her after the meeting.
Here, Ms. Shirley Armstrong, our last city meeting, 8 years on the city council. Just wanted to get your thoughts on what you remember the most and your thoughts on your 8 years of service with the city of Jesup.
First of all, I want to give my praises and my thanks to Almighty God, because if it wasn't for Him, I don't think I'd have been able to make it. There's been quite a few times that I wanted to just resign and just go home and just call it quits. But I want to thank all of my constituents, everybody that was in District 1, and even some of those wasn't in District 1, who helped me, who led me along and told me some things that I need to look out for. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it to the highest. But I don't know if I had a most important part of it. I just was enjoying what I was doing. And I hope my next commissioner comes in and continues to do the same things that I was doing. Just enjoy it. Find it a little bit better than what I'm leaving it, and just keep on going with it.
Anything that stands out, though? Any memorable moments in your 8 years? Anything that the city did or something that's happened in the city?
There have been so much. Number one, I really would love to see the fire department stay where it's at, the one that's on Pine Street, but they're eager to move it. I've done all I could do to try and keep it there, but it's going, and they say it's going. And for the fire truck, I would love to see the city with the fire truck.
The ladder trucks.
The ladder truck, yes. I was in Savannah, I think, and I seen this truck, and I come back and I was kidding them about the ladder truck. And right now we got some Horizon buildings, so we need that. We really need a ladder truck now, other than getting one from somebody else when the same thing can happen to them and their fire truck is here with us.
Okay. Well, Merry Christmas.
And thank you, and I wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I don't think I've been naughty or anything, so maybe Santa will come and see me.
Those to come is the City Commissioner Shirley Armstrong. We also talked to Commissioner Stanley Todd. We'll hear from him when we come back after this word from our sponsor of the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. We continue with more from last night's City Council meeting, the last meeting for City Commissioner Stanley Todd as well. He stepped in after the passing of longtime Commissioner Bobby Townsend. Stanley served on the City Council for the past 7 years, and we talked to him about his time on the City Council.
Commissioner Stanley Todd, last city meeting, 7 years on the City Council. You filled in when Bobby Townsend passed away, but just want to get your thoughts on leaving the City Council, your thoughts on the 7 years, anything stands out, any memorable moments?
Well, there were a lot of good moments, a lot of moments when there was some adversity. But like I said in our meeting just a few minutes ago, the good thing is that even in times of adversity, I think we've worked well to accomplish the goals that we needed to accomplish and do what's best for the citizens of Jesup. But Bob, it's been my honor to have served, and I really appreciate the citizens of Jesup giving me this opportunity. We've accomplished, I think, a lot of good things. I'm most particularly thankful for Cracker Williams. That's been a highlight, I believe, for our commission, and so many people you see over in that area, especially in that park now, every day. As long as the weather's permitting, people are in that park, and then the building itself is being utilized, and now we see even more work being done on the pool, and in the very near future that'll be completed, and more people will be using that area. So I'm very thankful for that. I go back really to the beginnings of my term, my first term, and as you've already stated, I think I came in on the heels of the great Bobby Townsend, and I tell you, I had the highest respect for Bobby, and our community lost a great man when we lost him, but came in on the heels of Bobby, and at that same time as when we had a hurricane. What was that, Andrew? Matthew, whatever the name of that hurricane it was, it came, and we had a lot of damage here. And so that was one of the first things that I was confronted with on the council. But to see our community work together, the mayor and the council at that time, they all worked together and harmoniously to do what we needed to get done to work through that, and we did. And so that was one of the first things that I had to encounter as a commissioner. At times there have been hurricanes since then, and I'm talking about hurricanes as far as policy and some of the things that we've had to do back and forth. And we didn't always agree, but one thing I think we do agree on is that we do what we think is best for the city, and I've tried my best to do that, and I'm proud to have had the opportunity. Jesup's Wayne County is the greatest place you can live, and I'm glad to have had the opportunity to serve.
Okay, thank you very much, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Thank you.
Once again, those comments of City Commissioner Stanley Todd. Joe Roddy also served his last meeting. We recently had him on the Butch and Bob show. Roddy said last night that he served for the past 5 months, but Ray Haas, who he filled out the term for, served for 20 years, and Roddy says the city needs to continue to remember the service of Ray Haas. Stanley Todd says it should be noted that the mayor and the commissioners receive a whopping $100 a year for their service. Once again, 3 new commissioners take office in January of 2024. Perry Morgan will be in District 1, replacing Shirlene Armstrong. Jonathan McCullough will take the place of Stanley Todd, and Mike Deal replaces Joe Arati in District 5, again, all taking office in January of 2024. Wayne County Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade set for Thursday evening at 7 p.m. in downtown Jesup. Everyone invited to come out and enjoy the parade. This year's theme, it all started in the stable. Again, the parade set for tomorrow night at 7 p.m. in downtown Jesup. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor of the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes and news. Blood Connection reports a very successful blood drive Tuesday at the hospital. The goal was 45 units. They collected 48. They want to thank those who showed up and donated blood. Blood Connection to Wayne Memorial Hospital in a contract for the year 2024. Their dates of the blood drives already set. Again, March 19th, June 18th, September 17th, and December 17th will be the dates of the blood drives next year. The Wayne County Chamber of Commerce taking ticket information, and again, their big event in January is the Eggs and Issues Breakfast. Tickets are available at the Chamber. Members $30, non-members $40. Takes place Thursday, January 4th from 8 to 10 at Coastal Pines Technical College. Again, it's a great opportunity to hear from our legislators before they head to Atlanta to begin the 2024 legislative session. Featured speakers will be State Senator Blake Tillery, State Representative Buddy DeLoach, and State Representative Stephen Meeks. Once again, if you need more information or a ticket, call the Chamber at 912-427-2028. Finally, the news, Coastal Area Traffic Enforcement Network and Governor's Office of Highway Safety asking everyone to make the holidays merry by making the decision to never drive after drinking. Coastal Area Traffic Enforcement Network is joining sheriff's offices, police departments, and the Georgia State Patrol to reduce crashes, deaths, and injuries for the annual Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over enforcement campaign from December 14 through January 1. State troopers, sheriff deputies, and police officers will step up enforcement during the holiday season. They'll take any driver they find to be over the legal blood alcohol concentration level of 0.08 in Georgia to jail. No warnings, no call a friend to drive you home, no exceptions. Captain Luther Hires, the coordinator, says all drunk driving deaths are completely preventable because they're caused by someone making the wrong decision to drink and drive. He says, we're warning everyone now is the time to plan a sober ride before the party or celebration because our deputies, officers, and troopers will not be giving any warnings to drunk and drugged drivers we find on the road. Those impaired drivers will be getting a ride to jail in the back of one of our patrol cars. According to the National Traffic Safety Administration, there were more than 4,500 people killed in alcohol-impaired driving crashes in the U.S. in the month of December from 2017 to 2021, and 1,013 people died in alcohol-impaired driving crashes in the U.S. in December of 2021. Federal crash data shows male drivers were 4 times more likely to be alcohol impaired and involved in fatal traffic crashes than females in December 2021, and drivers ages 21 to 34 accounted for the highest percentage of alcohol impaired drivers involved in fatal traffic crashes in the U.S. in December of 2021. In Georgia, 1 out of 4 persons killed in traffic crashes in December from 2017 to 2021 involved a driver whose blood alcohol level was higher than the state's legal limit, and 70% of the fatal alcohol-impaired driving crashes in the state in December during the 5-year period involved one driver with blood alcohol content that was more than twice the legal limit. It is estimated that a DUI arrest can cost up to $10,000 in court fees, fines, attorney fees, and higher insurance premiums. A DUI conviction may also cost someone their job and prevent them from being hired. Again, they state the holidays are a time for families and friends to celebrate. There are too many families who will be spending this holiday season missing a loved one whose life was ended by a drunk or drug driver. Governor's Office of Highway Safety Director Alan Poole says if alcohol is going to be part of the celebration, make sure the plans include it for a sober driver, and do not let family or friends get behind the wheel if you believe they are too impaired to drive. They offer these following tips. Choose a non-drinking person to be the designated driver before going out. Do not let someone you know get behind the wheel if they have been drinking. Let friends know they can contact you for a sober ride when needed. Those hosting a party where alcohol is served should make sure guests leave with a sober driver, and always wear your seatbelt because it's the best defense against impaired drivers. That's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan saying have a great day.